Hey, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be doing a week one reaction to all the scores in the NFL from Thursday Night Football with the Chiefs and Lions, ending with the Jets and the Bills on Monday Night Football that just happened yesterday. So let's get right into it and let's start showing what we are going to be looking at here. So as you can see here, we got the Lions and Chiefs game. And then you go to the box score. It's actually pretty good, honestly. Patrick Mahomes, even though he did throw the interception, it was not his fault. Everyone knows that. Everyone just likes to make fun of it because it's Patrick Mahomes. And then you got that clip of Chris Collinsworth saying that's a heck of a play by Mahomes right there. I know I've seen that audio clip so many times of him saying that. It's just funny to see him say that. He did have a good game, as you can see here, 58 completion percentage. That's not his best, but that's like what you usually want to see. But you do want to see more completions out of those attempts. You do want to see at least like 28 to 30 range at least, or 25 plus, you would say. With if you throw like at least 40 passes, you want to get at least like 25 of them done, or 25 of them at least completed. And then everyone knows who they're going to be talking about to make fun of here. It is this guy right here, Kadarius Toney. As everyone knows, he was shitty in that game, as you could say. One attempt for -1 yards rushing, and then he has 1 yard, one reception, 1 yard, and longest was 1 yard. So that was not a good game for him at all. He had three drops. One of them was Patrick Mahomes' fault. I will say that a little bit. It was behind him while he's running full speed, but the other two were his fault. One of them literally hit him right in the hands. There's a freeze frame photo of him having the ball, and you're just like, how did that turn into an interception? No one knows how do you let that turn into an interception? It's in both hands, and then it just goes right through his hands into an interception. I think his name is Brian Branch. He was a rookie. His first game, he gets a pick six off of Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league. And that's one way to get your first pick is off of Patrick Mahomes in the first game of the season and being a pick six. But then he tries to go on, then he deletes his Twitter, and then when the Giants played and they lost 40-0, he said something, and right after he, I think, deactivated his account because he knew that he was going to get flamed. Even though he did not do anything in his game, he cannot say anything. If he had a good game and then the Giants lost, then he could say something. But he did not. So that, as you can see, it was not a good game for anyone. But the person that I honestly think had the best game for the Chiefs was this guy right here, Justin Watson. He had the best game, I would say. I think was he the guy? No, it was Noah Gray that filled in his spot. But Justin Watson and Noah Gray, they had two under the radar performances. They had two receptions for 45 yards. That's like 22.5 receiving yards on average. And then for Noah Gray, 10.3 average for 31 receiving yards. So his longest was 24. That's pretty good, even though it does cut down after those other two with 7 yards in those other two catches. Those two did have pretty good games, you'd say. And then you go over to the Lions. You see someone, you're like, why did they not use this guy right here more? They did not use him that much. There were so many plays when he had a great game, had a great run. It was like that 18-yard rushing play on like third down or whatever, and he easily got there, and they just like stopped giving him the ball. Jared Goff, he did have a good game though, I would say. 22 for 35, and then 250. That's what you expect out of him, and a touchdown. 101.2 QBR, not bad. And then David Montgomery, he did, I would say he did snake some touches from Jahmyr Gibbs. As you can see here, the big drop down of carries, 21-7. And then Jared Goff almost had as many carries times trying to run the ball as Jahmyr Gibbs. That's not good. These two right here, these two had great games. Josh Reynolds and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Josh Reynolds, he honestly, when I was watching the game, he could not do anything wrong. It seemed like I don't know how many times he got targeted. I would have to look back into that, but yeah, he had a really great game. He was dusting up receivers a lot. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, he got the first touchdown of the season. Everyone knows the celebration that he did. It looks like he was like humping the air while like moving boxes or something. I don't know what he was doing. I saw him practice. Like there's clips of him practicing that in like the game in like practice or whatever. I don't know why he was practicing that one and not doing like another funny one. But and then you look at the defense. Aiden Hutchinson had a good game. Anzalone had a good game. And then CJ Gardner Johnson, he's usually going to be always in the mix to help do tackles. So that was a good game for him. Good game for the Lions, of course, but don't over exaggerate it because Travis Kelce and Chris Jones is coming back. They did not extend Chris Jones to a year contract, like to extra years. They just gave him more money. He's still in the last year of his contract, so he can leave if he wants to. Honestly, he might because he's done everything he needs to. He's a proven Hall of Famer pretty much. He has rings. He has 2 rings, and now he can pretty much just go chase money somewhere else that he knows he'll easily be able to get from a team that is desperate for defensive tackle help. Because the Chiefs, they're going to be in cap space help because of Patrick Mahomes' big contract that he has. This game was terrible. I was watching clips of it. Terrible. Derek Carr, he did play good. Derek Carr did play good. 23 completions on 33 attempts. 1 yard, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 300 passing yards, and 106 QBR. Not bad. And then you go to Jamal Williams, 18 rushing attempts for 45 yards. When you see 18 rushing attempts, you should at least be getting 60, I would say. That is not good when you were getting 18 rushing attempts and then it just drops down after that and no one else is getting any attempts. That is just not good to have. But then you go over here. This person right here, Chris Olave, amazing. 8 receptions, 112 yards, 45 was the longest. Rashid, okay, this guy right here, I've never heard about this guy. Saints fans probably know more about him than I do, but he was playing great. I saw him get that touchdown. I'm pretty sure he was the one that also got the game-winning catch to like pretty much put the pretty much put the Titans away. Michael Thomas had a pretty good game for coming back. Hopefully, he doesn't stub his toe at his house and out for the season. But it was a good game. Titans, nothing to talk about. Look at that. Not even 200 yards, 3 interceptions, a 33.5 QBR. Derrick Henry, not a good game. You expect more out of him. Even though he is getting older, you expect more out of him because he is that workhorse. No, I don't even need to see the receiving yards. It was terrible for everyone on the Titans. I know that. All right. This was an upset right here. This was an upset. Baker Mayfield has that dog in him. He does have that dog in him. Kirk Cousins, yeah, he played pretty good. He played pretty good, but you lost to the Buccaneers led by Baker Mayfield. Tom Brady's not there anymore. If Tom Brady was there, then it would be a different story. But Tom Brady's not there. It's Baker Mayfield. That big drop down. It's kind of from Tom Brady all the way to Baker Mayfield, which is down there. Not even close. Alexander Mattison, you were supposed to take over for when Dalvin Cook left. This does not look like you took over. This just looks like you're a rented running back. This looks like you do not care. All right, 11 carries for 34 yards. Longest was 9 yards. I've seen high school running backs do better than that. I've seen Pee Wee running backs do better than that. I understand they wouldn't do the same in the NFL, but like, come on. The only person on this team that did good was this guy right here. Even though he didn't get touched. Yeah, Jordan Addison got a touchdown. I saw that. It was like only his longest play. That's like the only thing he did was that long catch. But then you look at this 9 receptions, 150 yard, no touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, he's not gonna stay. He's not gonna stay on the Vikings if they keep doing this. He's not gonna stay. He just won't stay. And yeah, it's just like, why would you do like why? Get him a quarterback that could play in prime time. Because then when it's a 10 o'clock game, Kirk Cousins looks like a Hall of Famer. When it's not Hall of Fame, when it's not like when it is a primetime game, he looks like Baker Mayfield, like the Baker Mayfield that was like terrible towards the end of his thing in the Browns, or even like Sam Darnold. He plays like Sam Darnold, or even Josh Rosen. Yeah, Josh Rosen would be a better comparison to how he plays in primetime games. Even though Baker Mayfield did not have a big passing game, He did have 2 touchdowns, right? He did complete a good amount of his passes. A 97 QBR is not bad. I think it's going to improve. He did distribute the ball pretty well, as you can see, 6'5", 222. He did distribute it pretty well. Mike Evans had a touchdown, so that's pretty good. I don't know how many touchdowns Mike Evans has. I know he's pretty close to 100. I don't know if he'll get it this year. Maybe he will, because you got a touchdown against the Vikings. First game with Baker Mayfield, but this is gonna be his last year. He might get traded during the season because he's not. What is it? His quarterback's not there anymore. They can't figure out a contract situation. Nothing to talk about really with it. I'm just gonna talk about I'm gonna breeze over it. This game was pretty good. Cardinals hung in it pretty well. We expected them to get blown out. We expected them to get the first overall pick. I think they still will. I just think that they're gonna make games more competitive to watch. I don't know if you want to be a Cardinals fan right now. Maybe if you get Caleb Williams, I've heard things that he might not go into the NFL draft depending on who gets the first overall pick. Because Caleb Williams is getting a lot of money in college with NIL deals, commercials, all this, and then if he gets the Heisman, that's even going to bump up even more NIL and even more money for commercials that he's going to want for to film. And then 49ers, Steelers, let's look at this. This is why they took freaking Trey Lance. This is why they traded Trey Lance. Trey Lance probably would have thrown 3 interceptions, maybe 1 touchdown, or rushing a touchdown because that's all he could do. He was really terrible in preseason. He was really terrible in training camp. He was terrible. If they didn't trade those 3 first-round picks that the Dolphins got, I think they got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and then Bradley Chubb out of that. The Dolphins would look like a different team. I think the 49ers would look like a better team, but would they have gotten Brock Purdy? If they had gotten Brock Purdy and still had those first round picks, 49ers would have won a Super Bowl already with Brock. I think they would have won a Super Bowl their first year because they would have got a good first round pick for him. Kenny Pickett. It's not preseason anymore. Get your head out of your ass and pass the damn ball. 71 QBR? What is that? What is that? All right. 67 completion percentage. Yeah, that was terrible. Oh, you did not do good, bro. Bro, I saw those interceptions that you threw. You're just chucking it up there, acting like freaking George Pickens is like Randy Moss. He's good. He just needs to get there. Throw him a damn ball that's right. Not that hard. Joe Burrow, he's terrible against what is it? Yeah, he's just terrible against the Browns. Look, if we look at Joe Burrow versus Browns, he has played terrible. Damn, I can't even spell Joe Burrow right, but whatever. Yeah, look at this. Terrible. I think let's see if we'll find it. Let's see, record versus Browns. He has 1-5 record career against the Browns. Not good. When did he win this game? He had a decent game in that one, but look at this. Only one really insane game. Oh, 2 insane games, but the Browns own him. Jeez. That is absolutely wild that the Browns own him like that. Bijan Robinson, Bryce Young, not bad. Rookie stuff with quarterbacks that's gonna happen. But Bijan Robinson, he played great. Good receiving, good rushing, got in the end zone. Not bad. Texans, even though the Ravens won, Lamar Jackson, I don't think he played that good, right? Let's see. He did not. Oh yeah, he did not. What the? God damn! What the? Damn! 169, 38 rushing yards. Terrible. J.K. Dobbins, torn Achilles, done again. That's sad though. His career's pretty much. I think his career's pretty much over because you don't want to keep tearing your keep fucking up your knee that badly because then you're not gonna have a strong knee later in life when when you're older. Doing the stanky leg every time you walk. You don't want to do that. It's not fun. I don't think you want to be looking like you're dancing every time you walk. Okay, this game was pretty good. Trevor Lawrence, he played good. Let's look at it. We're just gonna I think we're getting pretty high in the time there. I don't want to make these videos super long. But then you look at this. You know, 233 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The only reason that he came out is because later, like in the last minute of the game or two, Anthony Richardson took a hit when he was rushing the ball, but he is fine now. 233 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Actually played pretty good. 40 rushing yards, not bad. And then Trevor Lawrence played pretty good. 241 yards. Travis Etienne, pretty good. But then you look at this. The man that gambled on his team and on himself, Calvin Ridley. You know, bet on him like he bet on himself, and you guys are going to get a lot out of it in fantasy. That is for sure. Okay. Some things never change. Some things never change. Packers, Bears, same result every time. We thought it was going to be the different Bears. I honestly thought they would. Don't look like it. Don't look like the Bears are the Bears. You know, they just had their face in the ground. Jordan Love played great. We're just gonna look at Jordan Love's stats real quick. Not Justin Fields. We know how bad Justin Fields played. Look at this. 245 yards, 3 touchdowns, 133 QBR, on only 15 completions. Man was chucking that bitch. He was throwing that thing deep. God dang, bro. All right. Eagles, Patriots. Even though my team lost, I honestly like how we did play. Mac Jones actually did play pretty well. If we did not have that terrible first quarter, as you could see, we started to like itch back. After this, we pretty much played really great other than that first quarter. If we played from the second quarter on every year, then every game, then we'll do good. But like, it just did not end well, I would say. It was just not good, yeah. But Mac Jones, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The interception was like the thing that happened to Patrick Mahomes. It was off the receiver's hands and to a defender. And then yeah, it was just not good. But that is what you want to see from the quarterback that you are giving like the reins of the franchise to. Ezekiel Elliott, you fumbled the ball. That was your fault. That was terrible. They're supposed to say feed Zeke. You're not going to be feeding nothing, but you're going to be like a homeless man on the field if you keep freaking doing that shit. We got Matthew Stafford playing good, and then you got that clip of Geno Smith when Aaron Donald was running toward that was funny for sure. And then this was a shootout. Oh my god, yeah. Actually, this might be the last one that we look at before just like going over it real quick. But look at that, 466 yards. Jesus Lord. And then you go to this 215 yards, 11 receptions, 47 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is almost averaging 20 yards a reception. That is usually what he does. He is being smart, retiring after the end of this contract, I believe, because he is going to be like around 30-something years old. He's not that big of a receiver. Taking hits like that as a small receiver, it's not good for your body when you're that small receiver. This game was boring. What's his name? Lutz missed that kick so badly. It wasn't even close. I honestly think any fan in the stands would have made a better kick than that. This game was just a blowout. Josh Allen sold the game against the Jets. He let Zach Wilson kind of come back. Zach Wilson did not have the best game. But it was the Jets defense that played insane. They forced 3 interceptions on Josh Allen and a fumble. That is usually what you want to see from a defense that you are expecting from the Jets. The Jets played amazing. That is what you want to see. That is what you want to hear every time. So hopefully you guys did like my week 1 NFL reactions. I'm going to be watching Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays game. So make sure you guys watch those games and then look out for my commentary on week 2 and week 2 reaction next Tuesday. But I am going to try and make another video sometime this week talk about the predictions for week 2. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.